In this tutorial, we're going to go over how to transcribe pre-coded instances in the sorter. So you can see I already have coded my timeline. I've selected just a handful here for this example of instances. Then I'll click on the sorter icon to take those instances into the sorter, and the first thing I want to do is reorganize or resort the instances or rows in the sorter so that they're not organized by row name or speaker in this case. So I can right click on the time reference cell, go down to sort all rows by movie time, and now they're sorted chronologically. Also, I should say, make sure you save your sorter right away. That's always a good habit to get in. I'm not going to do that right now, but make sure you save that. Next thing is we'll check this box on the timeline, which turns on these little red and black looping markers, which we'll talk about in a minute. But what those allow you to identify a little bit more easily is that if I single click on a time reference cell here, you can see the corresponding instance in the timeline. So let's just start here. I'm on the first instance, and I'll try to mention a couple keyboard shortcuts I'm using here, but it probably would be best if you watched another video tutorial to become familiar with all of the keyboard shortcuts in the sorter window, because they will help the efficiency of moving around the window. So for example, I'll use Control right arrow to move over into this cell. Now I'm ready to start transcribing. I'll play the video.
That's one of the criteria, make it stand. What's the problem? What are we going to work on? That's one of the criteria, make it stand. What's the problem? What are we going to work on? That's one of the criteria, make it stand. What's the problem? What are we going to work on? That's one of the criteria,
okay.
Make it stand.
I'll pause it. We know that the utterance or the statement here is already done because we've already coded it. There's no more work to do in terms of the coding, so I can just Control arrow down. You can see in the timeline the next instance in the student row is identified. I'll just play it. I think the student says making it into halves, arrow down, play.
Okay, what do you think? Okay, what do you think? Okay,
done,
what do you think?
Arrow down. The student says we have to use two shapes. So far this works very nicely because the utterances are very short and they fall within the looping markers, but inevitably someone's going to talk longer than maybe you can remember in terms of typing. For example, this next instance that I'm about to skip to, let's arrow down there, and you'll notice again the looping markers sort of grab the instance up here just below the number line. But you can see here that this last instance, it starts at 8 minutes 48 seconds and change, but it's over 1 minute and 24 seconds long. I personally can't remember nearly that to type. So what's helpful now is we can take the black markers here, take the end of it, and the black markers represent the duration that's going to be looped that we're listening to. So now that I pull that down to a smaller increment, let me just play the video and you can see how this works.
Good. All of your ideas are great. Let's put it together into a problem together. So good. All of your ideas are great. Let's put it together into a problem together. So good.
So you can see that's the black looping markers are what control the looping, not necessarily the duration of the instance. So now that we have that shorter increment within the instance, so to speak, let me play the
all of your ideas
video
are great.
again.
Let's put it together into a problem together. So good. All of your ideas are great. Let's put it together into a problem together. So good. All of your ideas are great. Let's put it together into a problem together. So good. All of your ideas are great. Let's put it together into a problem together.
So is the last thing I've heard so far. Now I'm ready to advance the looping markers, and to do that I'll use the keyboard shortcut F2, and I'll just let it play again so you can hear what happens at this point.
So we are going to build two shapes. So we are going to build two shapes. So we are going to build.
I'll just pause it again. Maybe you heard that this next portion of the utterance, we heard the overlap with the end of the first portion, which was that word so. So when you use the F2 key to advance the looping markers, you'll hear a 20% overlap between the first portion and the next portion. So for example, if your looping marker is 5 seconds, when you hit F2, the first second of the second loop will be the last second of the first loop. That's 20% of 5 seconds, and then another 4 seconds beyond that. So I'll go ahead and play this, and I'll go F2 again into this third increment, and let's hear what's happening after what I've typed so far.
And show 2 fractions. Is that the problem? And show 2 fractions. Is that the problem? And show 2.
Okay, so I've just paused the video again. Is that the problem is the last thing I hear. I'll hit F2 again. You can see the looping markers advance. Play it.
Is that the problem? Yep, that's our problem. We're going to solve.
I'll ignore the fact that the student talks at this point, just for sake of example.
We're going to build. Is that the problem? Yes. Yep, that's our problem that we're going to solve. We're going to build. Is that the problem? Yes. Yep, that's our problem that we're going to solve. We're going to build. Is that the problem? Yes. Yep, that's our problem that we're.
So hopefully that gives you an idea of how you can control the looping sort of within an instance. Also, I should mention that F1, watch if I hit F1, it just returns the black looping markers to the previous increment. So F2 makes sense to the right, F1 moves that looping back to the left. So hopefully, yeah, that helps you give you an idea of how to transcribe pre-coded instances. Thanks for watching.